Hello, I am Daniel Patrick McCluskey, founder of the Cyberpunk Apocalypse Writers Collective, where me and Ewlin live. And we are on tour. We are selling zines. This one I bound backwards because I bound them in my living room, so you might not want to buy this one, but it's good for me. I'm going to be reading from a fiction thing that a bunch of my friends did because we went to the place at the University of Pittsburgh where all the grad students have their manuscripts. We just took a day off and we all brought coffee over there and were reading them. And they were terrible. They were really bad. Like, no one could get through any of them. So we decided what we would do is we would write a manuscript, but since it's boring to write a whole book that you're just doing as a joke, we were passing it around. So this is a sci-fi story we've been passing around for a while, and this is just the first couple chapters. Chapter 1. It's a small room with no circulation, for air or for the stale stacks of paper that prove to you, without a doubt, that writing can be learned but not taught. MFA manuscripts dress the hardwood table, and you realize that a good book, which this is, and all of these are not, is the only real diploma for a fictioneer. These stories are boring and unrealistic. After all, the real world is exciting, and you promise yourself that if you make it out of this alive, you'll write a completely realistic, semi-autobiographical piece about your life as a freelance writer and dog catcher. Gotta pay those bills. It's dog catching that got you up in this pathetic little poop hole up 5 floors in the world's second tallest educational building. Some kid wanted to get out of taking finals and released a pack of Chimera mutant mutts in the building. Not the store-bought variety either, part pit bull, part snake, and part imagination. Most of them have at least 2 heads to bite you with, and their claws cut deep gouges into the solid stone steps. It shouldn't have been a big deal, but you came underprepared. Your flamethrower is out of juice. You only have 14 irradiated, hollow-tipped tracking bullets, which you saved because they cost 100 times more than they ought to, and you're low on cash. 5 months are still out there and walking. Your heartburn was making you regret that chili soy dog you had for breakfast, but it's wearing off. You're a professional. You can do this. You take your taser out and put it onto max. You grab your collar cuffs and chain. You've decided to do this the humane way. It's cheaper. You take a breath, warm up with a little Tai Chi, and kick the door open. Chapter 2. So each chapter is done by a different person. There is no explanation. A thick fog and the sound of the ocean surf fills the corridors. A figure stands in front of the elevators. You approach it cautiously. Your grip tightens around your taser. You're taking tiny steps, making sure you approach silently. But you know the figure hears you. It's a woman, a tall woman without a neck. You stop. Her neck grows, slowly expands like the elbows of an accordion. Where have you come from? She asks in a chorus of voices. Her neck shrinks again. It rises and expands. Do you want to live? She asks. The sound of the surf seems so close now, behind you. You do not know what to say. Take my hand, she says. She reaches out. Instead of fingers, anchovy growths, tentacles twice as long as any finger. Take it. There's no time. You hear barking. You hear thunder, the surf. You reach out. Her tentacles wrap around your hand tightly. Chapter 3. And even more tightly when you tase her voice boxes. This is the opposite effect of what you were shooting for. So it seems, the chorus of voices says, though the choir seems somewhat diminished. You do not want to live. You still do not know what to say. You weigh your options. 1. Apologize for the attack. Excuse it as a panicked indecision. And inquire as to the woman's origin and intent. 2. Come up with a biting retort. 3. Maintain silence and hope she reads it as cool unconcern. 4. Peel her fish fingers from your hand and run. 4 seems like the obvious choice. But where to run? Where are you? Did the Cathedral of Learning turn into a beach? Are these still chimeras running around you? What percentage of imagination are they? You make a mental note to investigate your surroundings once you've made this decision. 2 also seems good. Not practical, perhaps, but gratifying. No, this is no time for indulgence. And besides, you probably botch it. Your capacity for clever discourse is buried beneath a river of hormones at the moment. In fact, let's rule out talking altogether. Scratch 1. 3 it is. The woman is gone. And if she had been holding the conch shell to your ear, so is the sound of the ocean. You would have noticed that, though. Maybe you can't hear the ocean anymore because the barking has gotten a lot louder or closer. You look to your left. There's a snake dog sprint slithering towards your foot, and another, mid-bound. Its 3 faces pointed straight at you. It is 2 seconds away. The door latch behind you won't move. Cursing fate for designating you as a key holder rather than a knock-knower, you plunge your hand into your pocket as you fall.
Thanks. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. It's an interesting byproduct of just writing in a big group, but I suggest you try it. It's a lot of fun.